And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those lovely duct tapes from times gone by as we have returned with the lower semifinals of Code for Giants Cup number 5. We're jumping in mid-series. We just wrapped up with the upper semis with Eric versus Shaq T. And now we're jumping in mid-series into MasTeR versus INexorable. Into this TVP, we're jumping in and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Post Youth. We have our Brazilian Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Team Hellfire. It is MasTeR. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Yellow Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes, a new up-and-comer, a rising star. He is 17 years old, Papi. Oh my god. He's a young boy. And he's leading the series 1-0. It is INexorable. And here we go. We're jumping on in. I am shocked to see that INexorable is leading the series, but I'm also out of the loop. What I mean by that, INexorable is a new player. He started competing in 2022, and we stopped covering Latin American StarCraft at around the start of 2022. So basically, as INexorable started competing, a lot of the Latin American tournaments dried up, so I'm unfamiliar. I've cast like a little bit of INexorable, I think, like once or twice maybe, but not really too often, so I missed the rise. I missed the rise of INexorable, and apparently he's the reigning champion. He is last edition's champion for Code for Giants Cup. He is the one to beat. And I'm a little bit in shock because I would have favored MasTeR, right? Like, MasTeR, he has been on the top of the Brazilian scene for a very long time at this point. He is kind of the next generation of pro player, at least in my mind, in Brazil. Like, the old guard was Shaq T, MasTeR, kind of the newer guard, and now INexorable is coming in as a very young player with a lot of potential. I was asking Cosmos who he was, and he's like, mate, he's crazy. He's 16 years old. He's been getting better and better month after month, week after week, tournament after tournament, and he's just been taking down some of these veterans, right? Some of these older school players like your MasTeR, your Shaq T, your Erics. So I'm ready. I'm ready to be introduced with a proxy Reaper. Rax is done. Reaper's into the main base, already going to be chipping away at the mineral line. We missed out on what happened in Game 1. Game 1 was a long macro game. Already one probe goes down. Reaper does back off. So far, so good for INexorable. Continuing with his Reaper production back at home is transitioning. It was a double cast opener into a factory, into a delayed command center. CC is on the way, and so far, so good. So a lot to catch up on. But so far, so good. We've gotten one probe kill. We keep the Reapers alive. We can dip back in, and we can look for another probe. We dip in, and we don't quite commit this time. Again, you can see MasTeR is settling into his 2-base setup here. Second gate's on the way. A bit of a supply block, but we'll eventually break out of that, yeah, with the completion of the Nexus. Across the map, probe just trying to get a scout off, trying to get a read on what's going on. Does get eyes on the upcoming Rex. Sorry, the upcoming starport. Does confirm the 1-1-1. So now he knows that there's no early bio push coming. There's no second or third Rax, not yet. Did confirm the factory, as Reapers did dip back in. Still just the one probe kill. Expansions are getting up and running. The game is going to be calming a little bit down from here. And again, we missed out on Game 1. From my understanding, it was around a 20 or so minute game. Was back and forth on Amphion, which is why I'm impressed that INexorable was able to take it in a longer macro game. And we'll see if MasTeR can recover. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. But now third gate's on the way. Reapers don't quite get a scout off. We have not seen the tech of choice. It could be a Stargate, could be a Twilight Council. INexorable is in the dark. Here across the map, settling into his 3-1-1 setup. 3 Raxes, 1 factory, 1 starport is all on the way. Looks like the Cyclones have gained map control. Only 2 Cyclones to begin with, just to shut down any kind of stray units, whether it's Oracles, Phoenixes. And we're even going to be sending our medevac and drop across the map. It looks like we can maybe even dive into the main. This early on, we can focus on these 2 Stalkers. Not the entire army. It's 5 Stalkers in total with a shield battery on the right-hand side. But here on the left, we're vulnerable and we're diving in. Yeah, we're going for the Stalkers. We get the lock on. One Stalker going to be going down. And can we get the other? Looks like we won't quite be able to hot pick up. It looks like second Stalker goes down. And we bleed out the Reapers, but we save the Cyclones. Very nice control here out of INexorable. Very clutch juggling. I'm impressed. I'm getting impressed here, and again, like I've heard good things about INexorable, but I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen them myself, so I'm ready. I'm ready to see what this young man with his fast hands can bring to the table. Back at home, settling in, get 3 racks set up. Stim is on the way. Tank production has begun. Cyclones attempt to dip back in. Bold move considering how low HP these Cyclones are. We have to calm things down, Papi. Calm down, at least a little bit. So we are settling in. Watching your reaction while he's trying to get out his inner monologue is extremely entertaining. Look, it's fine. It's fine. We let Yaku talk, Pop. We let him talk. It's all good. Look, in current era of casting, he's gotten a lot better at brevity. Back in the day, you know, the Yaku intros were more of a meme where he would where Yaku would spend like a solid 5 minutes introducing a player. Oh no. But that's more of a thing of the past nowadays. More of a thing of the past. But now, Cyclone Jolt. Again, these Cyclones are still insanely low. It's very bold of INexorable to continue going in. And it looks like we get one more probe. One more worker goes out. Ooh, but it costs us both Cyclones. Yeah, INexorable just flying too close to the sun here. A little bit too aggressive. Does bleed everything out. But this entire time we've been building up. Third CC's on the way. We're moving out. We have 3 tanks. Stim about to finish up. Combat shields is done. +1 about to finish in time for this push. Very crisp timing here from INexorable. Very crisp. And as our Terran moves out, the Protoss moves in. And both armies, they miss each other. Uh-oh. They do miss each other. We could end up with a weird base trade, but MasTeR hits first. He's pushing in. And there's nothing at home to defend. Do we turn back around? No, we commit. We're going for a full base trade. Oh, never mind. Do we recall? Like, there's nothing here. We can go in. We can send it, Papi. Oh, MasTeR turns around. He turns around for a moment, then turns back. Oh, indecision here from MasTeR. It could cost him the game. Third base goes down. MasTeR should have already been in here. And it looks like we do deny concussive shell just in time. Boys are being pulled. Tank comes out. We actually have some units to defend now. We took too long. We took a little bit too long. Back at home, we have a Colossus. INexorable has to keep on pushing. Tank's a little bit too far behind. Swipes going off. Tanks getting within range. Back at home, Stalks are forced out. We get 12 SCV kills. Oh, shield battery within range. No shield battery, no overcharge. The Protoss is vulnerable. Stalkers are turning back around. We can try to set up a surround. It is possible. More is also warping in. We're within range of the Cybercore. Cybercore and a gateway. And here we go. MasTeR breaking out. There's just too much fire. The Zelts are going to get annihilated. Massive tank fire here on the Colossus. Very nice target fire. Fire out of INexorable. The Terran player will snowball out of control. There's just too much. The Colossus pops out, but within range of the Marines. And we just stim on forward. We focus down. There's nothing left here to support. GG INexorable will take the 2-0. Will bring down MasTeR. GG, well played. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations here to our Terran player, INexorable. Again, he is 17 years old. I have barely been able to cast him whatsoever, but just now being introduced to him as a player. And GG. GG, well played. Cosmos just messaged me. He's like, I told you. He's crazy. I mean, he is. Oh, apparently he did some practice with Future. Okay. But yeah, just double checking. Sorry, I say we've casted him a couple of times. I've never casted him. I was just trying to cover my bases just in case. But I was just double checking. I've never casted INexorable before. I just checked our YouTube channel. This is our first time casting him, covering him, and I'm impressed. INexorable, our Terran player, he advances on to the grand finals to face off against Eric in a best of 5.